So right now you're working a full-time job, but you might be tired of your boss order and the traffic. The thing is, you cannot leave your job yet, but you want to be able to make trading, Forex, and your job work at the same time in order to supplement your income. So the question is, how do you make both trading and your job work and eventually go to full-time with that? And that's where I can help. What's up, traders? Welcome back to Canada. Today I'm in Grand Bay and far from Montreal, recording some videos for you guys just in front of the lake, which is pretty cool, I must admit. Today I want to share with you kind of the 5 pillars of Forex trading when you work a full-time job and how to kind of combine both and make this work. And I've seen people that do it wrong and they end up kind of not succeeding in either trading or their job, and that causes a lot of frustration, a lot of pain. So I want to kind of help you guys do the right thing and go through the steps of making it work together, so that you don't have to worry about your job. You'll keep your job, you keep working there, keep making money from your job, but at the same time you keep growing your trading and becoming better, and that hopefully someday, if you want, then you can leave your job and you can only do trading after that. But in the meantime, there's things we got to work on to get to that point. So I want to kind of go through these 5 pillars that I've seen work for most people, and this is kind of what I tell people when they ask me how to combine both a job and trading. And we'll go in depth on each of those pillars. So the 5 pillars for now are the daily routine, having an adequate trading style, simple technical analysis, we'll talk about it as well, a set and forget approach, and finally, it's all about wherever you are, be there. I'll explain what that means and how to apply it and everything. So the first thing I want to talk about is your daily routine. So as someone with a full-time job, you want to be able to combine both, and you must adapt your routine to being able to fulfill your job, which is going to make you money over time, and grow your trading. And those are 2 basic things. So how do you kind of combine both? Well, the thing I recommend people is kind of pretty much map out their day. So what they're going to do in their day, try to take like a calendar online if you want, or just like a piece of paper if you want, doesn't really matter. Take that and then note down what your day is going to look like with your job and everything around. So you might have, let's say you wake up in the morning, go to your job, that's your kind of activity. So you're stuck in traffic for an hour, map it out, it's fine, we don't care for now. For later, we'll think about it more. But stuck in traffic for an hour, then go to your job, then you work for whatever, 9 to 5, come back home, and then, well, maybe you get dinner or whatever you do in the evening, that's fine. And then, just map out everything you have in your daily schedule, okay, totally fine. And then what we can kind of think about is we can think about what are the spots now that are free, and what's available for you to do something else and to either trade or work on your trading so become better, okay? And try to also put time down in your schedule for recovery, because sometimes people are going to say, well, I work from 9 to 5, back at home at 5:30, so I can trade at 5:30 to 9 p.m. And that kind of leaves not much room for transitioning from your job to trading, and that's usually pretty bad. So you want to get some time to come back home, relax, or something, whatever that's going to be in the morning, at night, that you relax, and take time to kind of have some downtime, and that's going to help a lot. So if you, let's say, come back home at 5:30 p.m. and that's your time to relax until 7 or 8 p.m., totally fine. You get dinner, you relax, that's fine. But just map it out and make sure that what you map out in your schedule is going to allow you to get some time off, to relax, to recover, and to be fully focused for trading after, and to be able to trade the market and make money from it. Okay, so if you don't relax properly, if you don't prepare properly, then the result after will be bad. And of course, that's not what we want to have. So better relax than have bad result, pretty much. That's my way of thinking. So once we've done that, then we get kind of a schedule of you going to a job, and we kind of know what time you have available now. So the next step is to kind of find an adequate trading style. So what is going to be your trading style with this? Are you going to day trade, swing trade? Are you going to do discretionary? Are you going to have a bunch of rules? And that's where you kind of got to adapt the most to your job. Okay? So take a look at your calendar, the map you've done for your day, and ask yourself what period of time do I have available to trade? And that's going to be after everything else is done, after the relaxation, after the job, after the traffic, after everything else is done. What time do I have left to trade? And you might have to sacrifice a little bit of things at this point. Maybe you spend time with your kids a lot, or maybe you spend time drinking with your buddies a lot. And you might have to kind of cut on that a little bit, because that's not, at least the drinking part, is not providing you with more growth and more freedom. It's probably not part of your values. You want to cut maybe that for some time. But you want to see the schedule, like what time you're available now, and then you want to decide, what is going to be my style of trading? Will I do discretionary, systematic, which for most people I would recommend actually systematic, and then ask yourself, would I do day trading or swing trading? What's going to be the best in that case? And that's going to depend on your personality and the time you've got available. Now, it doesn't mean you cannot make it work. What if like you have a full-time job but you still want day trade? That still works, that's totally fine. You might have to reduce your hours, maybe only take like 2 hours to day trade or 1 hour, pick the most like top-notch 2 hours of the day and day trade those in one session. And then you're done, that's it. What if you want to swing trade and you have a full-time job? Totally fine. Just pick a time where you look at the chart. Maybe you'll set like breaks in the day to look at the chart and be fully focused on your trading at that time. Throughout your job, that's fine. But trying to figure out, like, based on your personality, what you're going to be the best at and what you will thrive the most in. So I would say personality is number one, then time available is going to be number two, that you kind of have to go in order. So if your personality says something, go with that and find a way to make it work in your schedule, okay? And for most people, that works pretty well. So I just want to take a quick pause of this video to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. My goal with this is to be able to help you guys live with more freedom to trading, make sure you develop this income stream of trading so you can have more freedom in life. And we do videos like this 4 times a week, so we have one on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I hope you guys are enjoying these so far. Click subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet. Also click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And for now, we'll just get back to the video. But if you're gonna be like most people, you will make the mistake of getting too complicated too fast. And that's my tip number 3, so the third pillar. And that's a little bit kind of optional for most people, but I would really recommend it. And that's about having simple technical analysis, which means that if you get on the chart and you have 1,000 things to look for, then you might make a mistake. But most importantly, the time you spend there is time that you spend away from doing things that matter to you, things that are important to you in your life. So what if you have like a plan with like 1,000 rules? Well, those 1,000 rules to kind of filter and check for will prevent you from spending time with your family or bringing around your kids or having fun with your buddies or whatever that is. And so the reason why we have simple rules in trading, I believe, is to keep things simple in the sense that we won't waste time looking at the chart and we won't have to be there like 24/7 and look at all these rules and do a bunch of research, because that's pretty much, in my opinion, worthless. So if you have something with like only a few rules, 3, 4, 5 rules, that's fine. That's pretty solid. And you can make less mistake with that. You can just get there on the chart, look at the things and leave, which is faster. And the fact that your time is limited in trading will allow you to still take the best trades that fit your strategy in the least amount of time. So that's pretty powerful. Now, if you have your rules right now that are simple, then that's super good, awesome. If you don't have them yet, we've built a course recently on that topic about the strategies that I trade, the Bon Chauvin reversal. It's a free course. I'll put the link below for that in the description. You can just check it out and watch and go through the course. It's gonna take you some time, but it's really like all in-depth and focused toward being tactical. So I would recommend you watch this. And I will teach you the whole simple strategy I use to trade the market. But the key thing to remember here is that the simpler, usually the better. Now, what about the fact that people might complain that they have rules and that they need to manage their trade during their job and that they cannot do it? They're pissed off, frustrated, they miss their job, they're not focused because they have to manage their trades. In my mind, that's kind of stupid. And that's why I would prone and suggest that you apply or you use a set and forget approach like I have. So basically, you would set an order to enter the market, where there's going to be a market or entry order that's further. That's totally fine, doesn't matter. And then you just set this up, and then you have to take profit, your stop loss, and then you leave. Okay, and you don't watch the trade at all, unless you really have to, in which case you don't. So that allows you to kind of not be there all the time to look at your trades. And for me, I found this to be really helpful when I travel. Like, what if you have to kind of travel, but you have to take your trades and look at them all the time during the day? Not worth it. That's a pain in the ass. So what if you put your trades in the market, set your targets, and then you're done? That's pretty good. And you can have some time to kind of focus on other things. And I would suggest that for a job too. Like, take your trades in the evening or in the morning or whenever you have time in the day, and then set them there and then leave. Okay, and you're pretty good to go. And you don't make any mistakes, you don't interact with your trades, which is really good for psychology as well. And you get some more time to do what's important in your life. Okay, and finally, the fifth pillar with that I kind of want to cover is the principle of wherever you are, just be there. And that means that if you're gonna have a full-time job, if you trade as well, don't trade at your job and don't do your job at home. Like when you're at your job, do your job. When you're at your home, be at home. And when you trade, trade. Okay, as simple as that. And because if you kind of try to mix all of them and do trading at your job while you work and stuff and take trades while you're on the phone call with someone else at work, then you might make a mistake. You might not be focused, and you'll always feel like everything is so much trouble, so much hard, so much difficult to do basically, because you're all spread out into different things. Much better to focus than to be spread out in different things. And people that kind of make a mistake and tend to not get the result that they want tend to trade anywhere. They have their cell phone here, they place trade on their cell phone when they feel like it, and then they go back home, they look at the chart all night, but they don't understand that they gotta be at one place, do the thing, and then leave, and then be doing something else. Not be there to kind of waste time, and just be all spread out into different things. So you'll feel better if you do this, I found as well. If you just are whenever you are, you'll feel better, and that's just better for everyone. So guys, hope that makes sense. To recap, here are the 5 pillars that we've talked about in this video. First of all, you need to have a daily routine, an adequate trading style, which we'll talk about how to make it work, a simple technical analysis that's going to make it much better, the set and forget approach, if you want to be able to kind of have freedom and do whatever you want in the day as well later on, but also do your job if you need to do your job right now. And finally, wherever you are, try to be there and just be focused and present on everywhere you are, and that's going to make things better for your job and for your trading. So I would also recommend with that you watch the course we discussed on the Benjamin reversal strategy, the thing that I've been trading for the past pretty much 3 years now. So I'm trading it automated now, but you can still trade it manual. We have all the rules for you in the course, which is free. So link below for that as well. And just keep in mind that this is another step in kind of your trading journey. So you might not like this part of trading with a full-time job. That's fine, that makes sense. I didn't like it at all either. I was kind of okay with it. So I was going to my job, trading at home at night in the daily chart, which was fine. But eventually you get to a point where things change, if you do things right. If you just do everything mixed up and you're confused and you waste time here and there and don't have a schedule that you follow, then of course it's going to take some time and you maybe won't get to the other part of trading full-time. But if you make trading part-time work, then chances are you can evolve over time to the next level. So I would highly recommend that. Let me know a comment as always in the comment section, and here are a few comments in the past video. I appreciate you guys for leaving comments as always, and I'll catch you back here in the next video. Ciao.